Winter is back. We saw it in the form of some snow this morning, still hanging on to some light flurries right now at 10:15 on your Sunday. Good morning, I'm meteorologist Erin Ashley. We are just catching the tail end of this semi-active weather. We did have more brief bursts of snow move through overnight, and as forecast, those really didn't have too much of an impact, just with them being super early and overnight. You probably didn't even notice they happened because they also melted pretty quickly. And that's the same thing that I'm seeing just over my shoulder on your radar image. We have some light snow moving through southern Warren, northern Claremont counties right now. And these winds, making things feel a lot colder as well. But I mean, they really aren't packing much of a punch. They really haven't all morning, but it is just enough to say it's winter, and it feels like it too. We'll take a look at the temps here in just a second. Clouds are sticking around. We are going to catch some sun. We've got a good mix bag here. We have some clouds, a lot more clouds than sun, but flurries, also a little bit of sun too. And that's just because we had that cold front pass through this morning. That's why we have the windy conditions, but it's also why we're seeing some clearing skies too. Here's what you need to know when stepping out the door, especially this morning. There are plenty of spots in which the roads are going to be slick because temperatures have dropped into the 20s. So we didn't really see a whole lot of snowfall accumulation around the tri-state as forecast, and that's because we had such warm days leading up to today. However, even with these bursts of snow, we have seen minor accumulations, and with the bitter cold, any snow that did melt has frozen over. So make sure you're giving yourself some extra time, especially out there on the bridges and the overpasses. Make sure you're taking those curves really slowly. We've had reports of some weather-related incidents out there on the roads already. It's more in the rural spots, so the interstates are looking pretty good. But I know ODOT crews have been attentive to this very light snowfall event. It's mainly a little heavier up towards Columbus, so just be mindful of that if you're heading along 71 today. But heading into your work week, soon as tomorrow, we're warmer. Not in the morning, though. We're waking up in the low 20s. Afternoon highs in the 40s on Monday. 50s on Tuesday, and then we've got our next weather maker, which is going to be arriving there in the midweek. Wednesday into Thursday, watch out for the transition from rain into snow. It's probably the biggest impact that you'll see from the weather all week, besides the cold settling on in behind it. So temperatures now, they're cold. It's normal, though, to see temperatures like this for January, so just be mindful of that. Mid to upper 20s around the tri-state, and with the winds, we'll take a look at that in a second, but single-digit wind chills being reported in parts of Fayette and Union counties, even closer to CVG. Low teens right now. Lebanon, you have a wind chill of 12. Same thing with Hillsborough. I mean, it's cold and it feels like it. The wind has an extra bite to it because it's coming in from the north and the west. Gusting up to 35 miles per hour right now. Our peak wind gusts that we've seen here today in the tri-state, 46 mile per hour wind gusts reported as the cold front passed, and that was at the International Airport, which is reporting a 37 mile per hour wind gust right now. We're going to hang on to the breezy conditions, and that is why we're not able to get much warmer than where we are right now. So we're going to slowly reach back into the low 30s. I think many of us are going to struggle to even get to that point, mainly due to the winds. But it's not out of the question that we hit 32 here in Cincinnati because we do have some sun coming into the mix as well. We got through the morning flakes. We can't rule out some flurries throughout the late morning too, but generally speaking, we are starting to dry out and stay cold. Wind chill throughout the afternoon, teens to the lower 20s. I mean, look at this. Yeah, not that great. Wind chill going to be in the 20s. Upper teens possible as well. And what's supposed to be the heat of the day. Reminder, it's January, and it feels like it. It's just a change of pace, right? We went from record heat on Friday to January, normal January. And that does include some cold mornings as well. So waking up tomorrow morning, let me show you what things look like around 6 to 7 when perhaps you're hitting the road, stepping out to the bus stop. I mean, wind chills are going to be in the teens. So hats, gloves, you name it, you'll need it. And then I think you'd be able to hang it up for your afternoon on Monday. Temperatures are going to be in the 40s. We'll look at that here in a second. I want to give you an idea of what to prepare for today before we start talking about tomorrow, in which, 32 is going to feel like the upper teens to the low 20s with the winds. Notice we do have some clearing skies moving through overnight. This means we're going to see sun on Monday. You're going to get a good amount of it as well. It's just unfortunate that we also have these cold temperatures. Waking up tomorrow morning in the mid to low 20s, feels even colder once you factor in the winds. So make sure you're bundling up tomorrow morning for the bus ride. Heading off to school in the mid to low 20s with clear skies translates into a mostly sunny morning, followed by some clouds moving through in the afternoon. High though, 40, 42 degrees here in Cincinnati. It's seasonal. It'll feel pretty good. As far as today and tomorrow goes, I mean, we're not really seeing a whole lot of active weather. I'd say the winds are going to be the most active part of the forecast. Still today gusting up to about 30 to 40 miles an hour, and then tomorrow around like 20 to 30. So they do start to dwindle a little bit, but they will be noticeable working into your Monday. Half sun, half clouds. You'll see some sun towards the morning, and you'll see some more towards the afternoon. Overall, pretty good day. Normal January weather, and then we work into Tuesday, and that's when we start to go up in the temperature department. We'll hit the 50s once again before winter cold returns very shortly thereafter, and it's going to take some rain and some snow to do it. I'm eyeing late Wednesday into your Thursday, and right now the timing of this, we have a few things that we got to talk about in regards to the timing of this, because we have rain first and then we make the transition into snow. And that's because high temperatures on Wednesday, I mean, I'll give you an idea of what to prepare for here. High temperatures are going to be in the upper 40s there on Wednesday. And so you have rain. It starts as all rain, mainly in northern Kentucky. It'll lift on into the tri-state. And then as night falls, those temperatures are going to fall too, which means we're going to go from rain to snow. It's not optimal, I'll say this because I'm not the expert here. It's not optimal for treating the roads ahead of snow if you start with rain, because rain will wash things away, at least most things. So it's something that we need to keep an eye on here at Fox 19. You should as well. Just the chance for rain transitioning into snow. That Thursday morning commute does bear watching, and I mean, high temperatures are going to drop like a rock. We're seeing the upper 40s Wednesday to the low 30s there on your Thursday, and we're going to hang on to those 30s for Friday as well. So let me show you what this looks like, the midweek action, if you will. So working into Tuesday, I'm watching out for a little bit of a chance for rain late Tuesday evening. I mean, look, it's pretty light where we do see it, but we're going to see winds kick up with that as well. Now, as we work into your Wednesday, a front's going to approach the tri-state, bring with it the chance for some rain as soon as the afternoon starts in northern Kentucky. The rest of us join the party later on in the evening, and the timing of this, again, pretty unfortunate. Now, do I think everyone's going to get the rain first? No. It doesn't look like we're going to see a lot of rain, period, but it looks like it starts in northern Kentucky and moves north and east, which means if you're just seeing snow, the roads are probably going to be better treated just because you're not dealing with different types of precipitation. Whereas if you're getting a mix of both, northern Kentucky, east of Cincinnati, that's when we start to get a little bit more concerned about the commute there for your Thursday. Now, it's not a first alert weather day, because we still don't have a good idea of, the timing can always change. It always usually does. You'll be the first to know, but right now, even if this were to adjust by a couple of hours, we're still eyeing snow chances there for the Thursday morning commute. Higher total seen east of Cincinnati, upwards of an inch in the model data right now, and we'll work into a mostly dry but cold afternoon for your Thursday. All right, let's see if we have any questions rolling on in. Nikki's asking, any big snowstorm soon? No. Nope, nothing big. That's the good news here. Just January cold and some January snow heading into your midweek. So yeah, no extremes. We'll take it in the work week ahead. Here's your first alert extended forecast. 32 your forecast high today. It feels like the teens. Now, it'll feel like the 20s in the afternoon, so we'll take what we could get. Monday, your forecast high 42 after a morning low in the low 20s, so heading off to school, specifically the bus stop, make sure you're bundling up, and then you can hang up the heaviest coat, at least for Tuesday. I mean, look, we wake up around freezing, and we are in the 50s towards the afternoon. That's because we've got a nice stiff breeze all week, really. It's just pulling in from the southwest late Monday into Tuesday. Hang on to that for Wednesday as well, but it's also going to start to feed our next rain chance, which is Wednesday itself. Again, watching out for the possibility of slick spots out there on that Thursday morning commute, with temperatures dropping into the low 20s and only rising into the low 30s. We can't rule out some snow showers throughout the morning on Thursday. That's what I'm seeing. And then some more dry time working through the afternoon into the evening. A few flakes in the Friday forecast too. That is later in the day. So you're going to have some dry time between Thursday and Friday. Don't be fooled by the icons. The temperatures, though, are going to be cold, mid to low 30s with morning lows in the low 20s, upper teens. And then Saturday, watching out for some snow showers pulling through the tri-state as well. And Nikki asked, any big snowstorms here? No, none of these chances look like they're going to create too much of an impact. I mean, no big. It's technically for a snowstorm here in Cincinnati, you need a certain amount of inches, and I'm not even seeing an inch. So just put in perspective what we're tracking here. Okay, no other questions coming on in right now. The time now is 10:26. That is all I had prepared for you guys. Things are starting to calm down here in the weather department, which is good, but that also means we start that warm up back to the low 50s on Tuesday, and then eventually, yes, the rain, the snow, the mess pulls on through late Wednesday into your Thursday, leaves behind the cold temperatures that we are going to see through MLK week. Yeah, all right, no other questions coming on, so we're going to go ahead and sign off here. I'm meteorologist Erin Ashley. Thank you so much for tuning in this Sunday morning. Stay warm and have a great rest of your weekend.